to this. We are live.
All right, sweet. What's up, everybody? This is episode 2 of the weekly walkthrough with the Carthage Firebird squad. We got Bobby and Anthony, part of the defense. Of course, got Coach Haas, myself, and Brett Duenkel here. Duenkel, how you doing? Coach Haas, Anthony, Bobby, how we all doing?
Doing well.
Great.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm
Duenkel, we
great,
all good?
Jake. I'm
We're all
great,
good?
Jake, and we're live, so we are all good to go.
Hey, I kind of want to start it off today, Dunk. Can I do that?
Yeah, go
course.
I
ahead.
think we got to start it off with Coach Mueller
Yeah.
talking about Silver Lake soccer and the 1-0 start yesterday on the back of a young Caleb Haas.
Okay.
I'll be honest, your kid is a tank. Man is a tank. I was telling Duenkel at the pretty much the funeral for the Packer game. Holy crap! Your son is out there he's a football player, just bodied everyone's like, let's go.
It's only a matter of time before he starts getting thrown out of soccer games. He's a pretty physical kid.
Impossible, not on my watch. But no, yeah. Shout out to the kids, the kindergarten and first grade team, gold team. We're 1-0. Good
Full
start.
team, taking it to Kiwi, just taking it to him. Big
Oh,
dominating performance.
It's all the kids, not me, man. Those kids know how to play. They're like Messi and Ronaldo out there. But yeah, no, it's super cool by the kids. Shout out to them. But no, thanks for the shout out. But Duenkel, you want to get it started for these guys? We got some Monday Night Football that I'm sure everyone's trying to catch, man.
Yeah, let's get it started. Anthony and Bobby, first question is for you guys. Why'd you guys choose and decide to play at Carthage?
I'll go first, Ant. But me personally, I wanted to play football, and I love football. So like Carthage was like really the only school where I felt that was a good fit for me academically and athletically. So it was also a good decision like to get away from home because I'm 16 hours away. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. So it was a good fit decision to get away from home. So those pretty reasons why I decided to play for Carthage.
Kind of piggybacking off of what Bob just said, the distance away from home, obviously not as far from home as Bob was because I'm from Illinois. But I liked being a little bit away from home, but still close enough to where I could go home. Other than that, I really felt like when I came on visit, kind of really had a good time bonding with some of the dudes that were already here playing. And I didn't feel that at other schools when I went on other visits. So I felt like this would be a good fit for me, not just on the football field, but overall to build social life and prepare myself for the future.
Now, Bobby, how did you ever hear of Carthage? It's pretty interesting. 16 hours away. Anthony, I know it's Illinois, so like I can understand that. But how'd you ever find Carthage in southeast Wisconsin?
Yeah, that was actually like the crazy part because I didn't know anything about Kenosha. I barely knew about Wisconsin. Probably knew about Milwaukee. That was the only thing I knew about Wisconsin.
And cheese.
So it was the coach named Coach Rooker. He got some family out there, and they I guess his family told him about about our season because we won state that year in high school. So like I don't know if I didn't win state that year, I probably wouldn't be here. But that was actually a blessing. So yeah, so Coach Rooker, shout out to him for actually believing in me and giving me a shot. So yeah, that was the reason.
No, that's cool. That's the cool thing about Carthage. Like you get to understand where people are from, not just from like, inside the United States. You get them from all over the world, and you actually get to know them. Like in the big D1 schools, like, yeah, you have them from all over the world, but you won't really ever get to talk to them. So that's cool. That's cool though. That's good stuff. Let's see. Are you guys big NFL guys, or are you guys more college football? Because this week in the NFL, there was a lot of a little upsets, I would say. So what do you guys mostly watch?
I was watching NFL this past weekend for sure. I was pretty happy with a lot of those upsets actually, and I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so I'm happy the Steelers won. That they needed to win against the Bills. That was a big game. So, I'm more of an NFL guy than college.
The biggest upset though of the weekend, Jake, might have been a team from Ohio going down at home.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to.
You know, that's the one that I followed the closest there. You know, Dunks. You got anything to say about that one, Dunks?
I've been hearing about this for the past 48 hours, and I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of done with it. And I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. But all I got to say, Jay, all I got to say is, you know, we didn't play our best football. You know, that happens. You know, I think like defensively, we didn't play well enough up front to win that game. And, you know, took the L, but it's, you know, it's all right. It's one game. You gotta flush it down the toilet, and you gotta go out there and play week 3.
Who's next? Who's next for the Buckeyes week 3, Dunks? Who they got?
I think it's Tulsa. It's either Tulsa or Akron.
Woo, Tulsa. Not an
tough
easy
one.
one there. Not an easy one, Dunks. You nervous?
But Buckeyes by 30 will be fine.
By 30. I think what were they favored by in this game? Like 14 or something going in?
Yeah, 14 and a half.
All right.
Duenkel had such a bad weekend, though. The Packers got their, you know, their ass whooped. Sorry, I can swear now. They got their ass whooped by the Saints with Jameis Winston, and then you get Ohio State. I loved it, but it was all right. I'm a Bears fan.
Weekend for Dunks, no doubt.
No, oh god, no. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. We'll see how it goes. But Bobby, what are you? You're gonna be a Saints fan, Atlanta fan? What are you?
It's actually I'm a Jaguars fan, so. Yeah, it's crazy because the Savannah, like the Georgia and Florida line is like right there. It's like it's like an hour. I'm like an hour and 30 minutes from Jacksonville. So I'm actually closer to Jacksonville than I am Atlanta.
Really?
Atlanta's more up north, so I'm like 3.5, 4 hours away. So
you know what's crazy is I'm the only one on this podcast that was born before the Jaguars even started as a franchise. I remember the days when there were no Jacksonville Jaguars in the NFL.
When did they start? I'm not even sure.
98? 95. Dang. And then when was the Texans? 2001 or something? 3 or something like that?
Yeah, they were in the early 2000s, I think. Yeah.
I got that one, though, thank God. But that's cool. Are you excited to have Trevor Lawrence as your quarterback, Bobby?
Yes, I actually like him at quarterback. I mean, the receiver's not catching the balls. I mean, we can't do nothing about that as a quarterback. But he's pretty. I like him. He had like over 300 yards with 3 touchdowns. I don't really mind the picks as him as a quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback. So yeah, I like the way we're going in the direction. I like the way Urban Meyer is handling the program. So it's pretty nice.
Quiet, Duenkel, quiet. Keep it down. And then how about you, Anthony? I can never say the guy's name right. Najee Harris. I think that's pretty much the most explosive men I've ever seen. How we like him up there in Steeler Town?
I'm pretty excited for what he's going to be able to do. I think we have a pretty young line. I think we're not really returning anyone from last year, if I can remember, like starter-wise. So it's going to be interesting. New running back, new offensive line, see if they can get that going. They got a real old quarterback back there, but he's still slinging. He's still dealing.
I think he started before the Jaguars were a franchise. He's been playing that one.
I think he's been in since like 2001, yeah. But I think Najee's going to be a GOAT. I think he's going to be good. Steelers always get good running backs. They had Le'Veon Bell out of Michigan State. Had Willie Parker back in the day. Jerome Bettis.
What about James Conner?
James Conner was solid for a couple of years.
Yeah,
but I'm not too upset that he's out the building. Not gonna lie.
Nice stuff. Duenkel, you want to ask a question? I've been hogging it. I know you want to talk. I see it.
Hey, it's good. It's good, Jake. You know, it's your thing too, bro. So we all good. But Coach Haas, man, you know, at Elmhurst this week. How are we feeling about it? It's game week, Coach Haas. How we feeling
game week. Any week that you play a game at the end is a good week, Dunks. I thought we had a good bye week. Did some good things. As a football team, we're getting some guys back healthy, which is good, and we're ready to go compete in CCIW play. Man, there's nothing like playing conference games. It's going to be a good environment on the road. I know their SID talked about it being kind of a sold out atmosphere, so it'll be good for our guys to get down there and play some competitive CCIW football.
So Coach Haas, you always talk about how you're gonna go 1-0 every week. How we feeling about going 1-0 this week?
Well, Doug, we always feel good about our chances to go 1-0. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to, do we show up on Saturday and do we execute the way we're supposed to? And I think if we come out and compete and execute the way we're supposed to, I think we'll like the end of it. But I think that every week, Dunks.
Hey man, I'm feeling confident too. I 1-0, man. That's the goal. 1-0. Anthony, Bobby, how you guys feeling about now getting into CCIW play? Obviously getting into the conference, which we have very talented teams in our conference. We started off with Elmhurst. And also, how important is it for you guys to kind of come out and have a good week of practice just as a team going into game week?
I'll go ahead. It's really important. Basically, we really want to start the week off 1-0. We want to start the day off 1-0. So if we start the week off 1-0, the first day off 1-0, we got a good chance of being successful Saturday. Practice, we got to come out with a sense of urgency in practice. That's just, we practice how we play. So if we come out there sluggish during practice, we gonna play sluggish. So we gotta fight the nerve just to play with a more sense of urgency and compete during practice. So
I'm definitely excited for this being first conference game coming up. It's going to be kind of a chance to play an opponent we didn't really get to play against in the spring. So it's going to be nice to play them now, see if, see how that's going to go. But overall, just starting conference play, that's kind of like really what matters for making it to the playoffs. So I think this is a good start and, try to get the ball rolling right away.
So, guys, what are some key takeaways you can take away from the Whitewater game? Yeah, it was a hit in the mouth. It's the first game, though. It's a very hard opponent. So what are some key takeaways that you guys are that you have taken away or you think about will help you in the future?
From a defensive perspective, I will say being physical and running to the ball, that's basically our main goal right now for the season. For the rest of the season, that's our main goal, is being physical and running to the ball. So if we do those things, be physical, run to the ball, nobody can stop us as a defense. And we have to continue to preach that every day, because it starts in practice. If we're running to the ball in practice, we're going to run to the ball in the game. So
Coach Haas always says it, teams make their biggest jump from game 1 to game 2. So I'm excited to make that big jump. We're going to play some more sound defense this week, I believe, with just knowing our assignments and, like Bob said, playing a little bit tougher. We had the bye week, so some people were able to kind of get some nicks and bruises out the way. So we'll be ready to play more physical and play more sound defense. I'll speak on the defense's behalf.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great answers, boys. That's great answers. Love that. Coach Haas, now what's kind of the plan this week for practice? Kind of business as usual with that Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday practice schedule like you talked about on episode 1?
No doubt, man. That's a practice schedule that set us up for success. We're gonna have some physical days on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we're gonna back it off Thursday and make it a mental day, right? We're going to take all the things that we screwed up, all the things that are confusing. The coaches are going to look at it and say, hey, we screwed this up on Tuesday and then we screwed up again on Wednesday. We might need to take it out of the game plan, or, hey, we screwed it up Tuesday, but we were much better Wednesday. Let's walk them through it and get it right. And physiologically, that's not an easy word to say, Dunks. Physiologically, it's better for your bodies to, not have a walk through the day before the game. You come out feeling sluggish that way. The way we do things, you kind of get the motor neurons firing, get the muscles ready to go, and show up feeling fresh and ready to go Saturday. And really, I think it helps cut down on our injuries too, right? You don't have 3 days where you're banging. You get a day off to get the body right a little bit too, and we're not super physical on Friday. Just a day to get up tempo again and get those motor neurons firing for those kinesiology guys out there.
Yeah, and those however you say
motor neurons, man, it's a mouthful.
Motor neurons.
You got it.
You get them things firing, at 6 a.m. on a Friday, Coach Haas. So, it's a good way to start your day on a football field. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what we
This
say,
is
Dunks.
true.
We get more done before 8 a.m. than everybody else does on campus. That's including old Jake Mueller down there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Jake's pretty active before 8 a.m., man.
That's how it is. That's how it is. But Coach Haas, as a college coach, how do you develop a game plan? Like I know, for every sport it's different, but it's pretty much the same. So like you're watching your film, you probably have, I'm assuming, scouting from previous, games or like this. So how do you develop a game plan, or if you're
That's a
not
great
allowed?
question. It's a little bit different on each side of the ball. But we're going to take, defensively, we're going to look at, the things they do well and what we need to do to stop them. So we're going to look at their top formations, their top runs, their top passes, the things they're trying to execute, and then we're going to take them away. Say, hey, this coverage beats this pass concept or whatever it is, and then. And then you're always prepared, for what beats you, right? As a defensive coach, there's certain things offenses can do that beat cover 4, beat cover 3. So you got to know where your weaknesses are. So you got to have the answers to that too. And then you're going to be ready for the trick plays and stuff like that. So really it starts on, taking away their top couple runs, top couple passes, the keys to winning on 3rd down and 4th down. And, so we build it off of that and we look at, hey, this blitz is going to be successful against this protection or whatever it is. And go from there. Offensively, it's a little more, hey, take our shots, our big play shots and stuff like that. So a little more of how we're going to dictate things on offense, and defense is a little more, what do we need to stop?
Okay. Yeah. Dunk, you still here? Oh,
Yep.
I thought you froze. All right. I thought you froze.
Yeah, I'm good. I thought we all froze there for a minute. I was like, what the heck? But it's all good. Technical issues happen, Jake.
Yeah. There it's all good. I'm still here, so it's all good.
Okay. But Anthony, this is a question for you, man. So like as a linebacker, like what kind of goes into your game plan then? Like what are you more looking for on film and kind of scouting your opponent?
Some of the things I'd look at are kind of tendencies in the offensive line. For instance, if there's guys that are going to be pulling, that's kind of like a key for a run play. So that kind of helps kind of before that it's the ball getting handed off to the running back, you kind of already start seeing, all right, the offensive guard or the offensive tackle is making his way to the other side of the line. You could maybe start flowing that way so that you can meet the ball carrier at the hole as opposed to being behind the ball, That was one of the things that I'd key when I'm watching the film this week.
That's a great answer, Anthony, and I love how you kind of broke that down because that's something that a lot of people talk about too on the defensive side of the ball. Is you really got to watch what they're doing. Now, Bobby, what goes into kind of your game plan as a defensive back or cornerback? What kind of tendencies and things are you looking for on film and through scouting your opponent?
So I'm looking at the routes, basically the receivers, what's their favorite routes. When like how the receiver coming off the ball, like if he's even running a route or if this might be a pass play, because sometimes wide receivers take off plays. That was the plays when it's a pass play. When it's a running play. So we trying to see if the receiver's aggressive. Like I like to be aggressive. I want to know if my receiver's aggressive as well. If he's not, then I'm gonna have a good game. It's gonna be a good game for me. It's gonna be a bad game for him. Another thing, I would also like to see the quarterback. Like who is his favorite receiver? That is kind of important to me. And when he likes to throw to a favorite receiver, that's also kind of important because like it could be like a 2nd and down and 2nd and 10, and like they just trying to get 6 to 7 yards, and it's off a little short route, probably like a hitch or two, like. Stuff like that, that's kind of important. So I try to detail that to the bone and try to find out other ins and outs where I can be successful and help my team as well. So.
Great answer, Bobby. Jake, next question.
Well, I was just kind of thinking because you guys are both defensive players. You know, you guys. How exciting is it when you get that big hit on that wide receiver, on that tight end, especially those big tight ends like 6'5" dudes? How exciting is it? How much does it pump you up to get ready to get to the next one, or hitting the quarterback too? Because I respect defensive players all day long because no offense, you guys are like crazy. You are literally trying to hit a human being as hard as you can. You know what I mean? Offensive players, there's more, pretty type. You know what I mean? They're suaveing around. So you guys are smash mouth. How is that? What's that feeling like? Because I've never played football. I don't know what it's like. Tell me about it.
The feeling is great. I'd say once you get that first hit or like a big hit, you kind of pause real quick, like ask yourself, like, are you okay? Knowing that you probably just hurt somebody else. But it's a good feeling. It's almost like a team play. A big hit is almost like a team play for the defense. It helps the team like grow. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's a good feeling once you get that play. It just keeps everything going, keeps the motive going, and like brings the team over. So
I got you. Because a big hit that could change the whole series. It could change the game. One play at a time. What about you, Anthony? Are you middle linebacker, outside linebacker? What are you?
I play outside linebacker. I know actually I came into Carthage playing on the offensive side of the ball. I know from like offensive perspective, when you see defense hit a dude, it kind of just demoralizes your offense. It just makes you feel like, dang, like they got some tough dudes out there. And then like you're like, I got to compete with this crazy maniac who's a tough dude hitting hard. And then from the defense perspective, like Bob said, like when one person gets a big hit, everyone else kind of feels like they get like that strength boost a little bit. And they're like, all right, I got to go get my big hit too. And it's just a good feeling. You're like, my body really just did that. You just put your body through another body. And, it's like sometimes you just wonder, like, how'd my body really do that?
Exactly. You get the swag going. The only thing I could ever compare it to for something I played is probably like a dunk for me because I played basketball. So if I got a wide open, yam and I did, I was like, all right, here we go. Because nothing competes to this though. Nothing competes to that. I wanted to ask this earlier when Coach Haas was talking about the routines and all the things you guys go through, and I never really got to ask it last week, but I think it's a pretty important thing, especially in the off season. Is you guys' bodies? You guys are going through some physical play every single down. What are some things as players you guys do besides the workouts, besides, going to the trainers and that you guys are doing? So like your nutrition, your guys' own stretching, your pliability, plyometrics, Duenkel, there you go. Plyometrics like Tom Brady does, the GOAT. Yeah. What are you guys doing? Like, what's nutrition like? I know at Carthage, you have the cafeteria, you got Baja, you got all that, but is there something else you guys are doing?
Man, Jake, you got to come down and check out the nutrition station. We got it rocking down here.
Brand new.
I'm telling you, I'll be there. I'll show you the quarterback play. If you want some middle linebacker play, Duenkel, that's all Duenkel, not me though.
We'll get you a protein smoothie when it's all done.
All right, I'm a working out type of guy. I've been working out a little bit. There you go. No, seriously, what is it? What's down there then? Am I allowed to know the secrets to what makes you guys you or no?
Yeah, they can talk about it.
All right, just want to make sure. I don't want to give out the secrets.
Yeah, we got a nutrition station down in the coach's office. You get some good protein shakes. You can make some smoothies. They got some stuff in the freezer, like some fruit and stuff. And on top of that, you got your peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and you got some like almonds, cashews, good stuff like that. But personally, for me, back in the room, I'll probably just be drinking a lot of water. I feel like water is the most important because then it just keeps everything clean in your body, and then you got good, just a clean system running. So then it helps with just fighting off illnesses and stuff like that. But I make sure whenever I'm in the calf, I'm trying to get the greens if they got options for broccoli and stuff like that. I love doing that because I just try to live by the greens.
Respectable. Same thing with you, Bobby, or you got a little something different?
I got a little something different. I would say, me personally, I like to, not even food wise, just body. I would say I like to like foam roll outside of when we have to foam roll and stretch when we don't have to stretch as a team, because like you find out more stuff about your body when you're individually stretching or when you're individually foam roll. You might find out a new, probably a new exercise. Never know. It's just you never know. So I'll take that. I'll take that serious. I've been taking that serious now. I'll say in my past couple of years I haven't, but like as I got older, I seen like injuries. I've been preventing injuries by like the way I've been stretching. So I've been taking that, noting that down. Food wise, yeah, the nutrition bar station. That's we on top with that one. We on top. I love it. I love it. So
All right. That's what I've been noticing, Carthage. We got the best of the best is what that's what I've been hearing. I'm trying to figure all that stuff out. That's cool stuff though. Just a little bit more about the pregame. What's your favorite song to listen to? What's that hype song that gets you going? I know it may not be, the school song. That's fine. But what's it for you? Like for me, it's We Paid by Lil Baby. That's the go-to. I picture myself in a black Charger, Hellcat, of course, whipping around. That's me. I don't know about you guys. What are you guys doing?
I tell you what, mine right now. All right, and I have no idea who sings it because my oldest Tyler showed it to me. It's called "Only One King." You ever hear that one?
It's a new listen.
Yeah, it's hot in the streets right now. "Only One King." Fire it up. YouTube that sucker up. It'll get you rolling.
What's it called?
Only One King.
Okay.
Bobby, what's the go-to? What's the go-to?
Me, I'll say, gotta be something with Lil Baby. Or I'm a Lil Baby fan. I like YoungBoy. I like Future. Anything, to be honest, as long as I'm in a good mode, I listen to anything. I listen to jazz. Like I'll go back, so it don't matter to me. So
Anthony, come on, let's hear it.
I mean, I don't want to just steal his answers, but I was going to throw out the Future, the Lil Baby. But if I'm feeling a little psycho, I'll throw on some Metallica. Can't go wrong with that. Some freaking Master of Puppets, and you can't really go wrong with that, man.
I got you. Duenkel, what was your go-to song? What's your go-to song? Like when you're trying to get hyped up, or you're trying to hype these guys up? What is it?
My go-to hype song, Jake, is probably either
by Shakira, right?
Either right above it by Lil Wayne. That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
But my all-time favorite is Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle. Anytime I listen to that song, I feel like I'm ready to run through a wall. So I listen to that often.
Is that what you listen to before practice, Dunk? Is that why you come out all juiced up every day?
Oh yeah, man. I listen to that song probably like 3-4 times a day at least.
That's why he's always got that energy rolling.
So, Coach Haas, I did look up your song, but like 4 people sing it, so I don't know which one is which.
Dunks, I'm not key on the pop culture. You'd have to ask young Tyler Haas who sings it. He can let you know.
Falcon youth football quarterback also.
Yeah.
Hashtag Falcon fan.
You want to talk about a bad weekend? He got smoked this weekend too by Racine Horlick. They didn't play well with the old 5th grade Falcons.
I'm glad they started that program though for the Central Football Organization. I'm glad they started that.
Yeah, it's been good. It's well run. It's organized. It's great.
Yeah, because we have it for basketball, we have it for soccer, and now we finally have it for football. We don't have one for volleyball yet, but no, I'm excited for that because then it brings in the young talent that usually goes out to Wilmot or Burlington. So let's get that going, and hopefully we can win for once at Central. That'd be something.
No doubt. Old Coach Franz is doing some good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jake. Falcons are looking solid this year, man. Falcons are looking solid this year. I've been to a game or two. That's all I'm about to say. But Coach Haas, getting back to kind of football topic here. What kind of goes into making halftime adjustments for you as a staff? Like what do you guys normally look for while making halftime adjustments?
Yeah, well, I mean, we look at the things that have hurt us on defense and kind of look at why they hurt us. Are they hurting us because of scheme? Are they hurting us because of MAs? Or they, they got a guy that's just a stud that we didn't think was going to be that good, and we need to double him, or whatever it is. We just kind of take a look at the things that have hurt us and what we need to do to adjust to stop them, and then also, we look at what do we expect them to, right? If we shut them down in the first half, how do we expect them to adjust on offense? What do we, think that they'll come to? What have they shown? If this isn't working for them, do they usually go to this? Stuff like that. And offensively, it's kind of similar, right? It's what have we done well? What have we not done well? What plays are working for us? What aren't? And kind of why. Are they just not working because the scheme they're running defensively is stopping them? Are they not working because we're messing up offensively, or we man, and are they setting themselves up for something, right? Maybe they're playing a lot of cover 4 in the box, and we're going to take more shots at halftime. Stuff like that. It's just kind of what's worked, what hasn't. We talk about why it hasn't, and kind of what we need to do to make sure it goes in the second half.
So now I have a question for you, Coach Haas, because you'd be able to let me know on this. If one of your boys has a practice or a class and it overlaps with a practice, how would you make that up? Because I feel like for football, it's a lot of team play. It's not like it's a volleyball or basketball. You can kind of get the gist of it. So what is that? Because you have such a short week to learn your opponent and go after it. So what would you do in that situation, or is that situation avoided at all costs?
We cut them, Jake. All right.
That's a good choice. I would do
last time, right? School first, football second. All right.
Yeah.
Now, we got a good thing here at Carthage as well. They know there's a time block, right? They're not supposed to have any classes, and those advisors know it. So, outside of a couple major specific classes that are only offered here and there, we don't run into too many of those issues, which is good. Because like you said, you only have so many days to prepare. And, if you're not here practicing, it's going to be hard for us to play in the game on Saturday.
Yeah. So speaking of majors, what are you guys' majors? Bobby and Anthony, what are you guys majoring? What are you guys going to school for?
Marketing major.
Cool.
I'm doing
Anthony?
political science.
Oh, wow. Look at that. All right. I'm liking it. So do you guys find it hard, though, to balance football? Because football, I feel like football is I'd say it, and people are going to hate me. I think that's the most time-consuming sport that you could possibly have. And then with school, that and all itself is really hard. So you guys find it hard to balance classes with practice and games and all that?
I would say, at first it was kind of hard because once you're thinking you're going to be spending more of your time with football. So you kind of think this, I should spend more of my time in football, using more of my time. But at the same time, you got to understand that you're a student first and athlete second, so you gotta know what's more important. So I mean, it's not hard. It's just getting it mentally, and then you can just take off and do whatever you want. So,
I mean, the most important thing I've learned throughout the couple of years here is just using my time more wisely. For instance, we had 6 a.m. lifts this morning. I didn't have class till 9:15, so I had a little bit of hour and some change to get some breakfast. And instead of laying down and just relaxing till class, I was like, I'm already awake, sun's up, may as well just get in my book, start doing some homework. And fortunately, I don't have any homework to do tonight because I got it done this morning. So able to join the podcast, not too stressed out about my homework situation.
We got that AGP plan that gets them rocking, that academic game plan.
You want to describe that more for people? This could be used as a recruiting video right now, Coach Haas.
No doubt. Is this NCAA compliant, Dunks? Can we?
I know people. I can get it going.
Coach Haas, we all good. We all good, huh?
So our academic game plan is kind of like Anthony said, it's just a thing to kind of keep guys organized and keep them from procrastinating. We use it all. It's all on Google Docs, so they can get it right off their phone, their computer, their tablet, whatever it is. And, they meet with their academic coach once a week, and they kind of go over what's going on that week, what's due. They look at the weeks ahead. What else is coming up? Can we plan ahead? Can we get some stuff done this week so your next week's not done? But really, we found it. If you're smart enough to get into school here, you're smart enough to have success here. And most of the time, our guys got in trouble when they either didn't turn stuff in or forgot about stuff, whatever it is. So really, this just keeps our guys organized, and it helps prevent them from procrastinating. And if they're in class, if they're turning their homework in, most of the time they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, no, that's a good recruiting method for parents. I feel like to get them on board. So when
The
you
parents
boys
are usually more excited about that than the guys, that's for sure.
100%, you know, you're caring about their little kids, of course. So for the two players, Anthony, I'll go to you, and then Bobby right after. If you guys are on the road, all right, like say Elmhurst is 6 hours away, you guys are playing a football game, and you have something due on a Sunday. Are the teachers usually pretty, you know, lenient? They'll be like, all right, you guys get a little more, or like what's going on there? Like when a project is due, because a lot of people sometimes are question that, like if they'll give you some more time. I'm curious about that.
Fortunately, I've never ran into that situation. Most of the time, I either have my stuff done in advance because I know I have something like that coming up, or I really just haven't had any of those like, hey, this is due on Sunday. It's always due Monday before class or something like that. So I'm always able to just find that, like, all right, road trip Sunday, got to do a little bit of work Monday morning, and I'm good to go. But fortunately, I've actually never ran into that situation.
Perfect. Who is the farthest team in the conference? How far away are they?
It's
Wash
going to
U's
be
the farthest. They're about
WashU.
6 hours.
6 hours away. So would you leave Saturday so that you can?
No, we'll leave Friday night.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, so you get time to adjust, sleep, get all the good stuff going. All right, I got to catch one of these games though. I got to see what you guys do beforehand. Because do you guys do any little walkthroughs before or anything like that on the field? Get to know the field, understand all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got the routine down. It doesn't really change whether it's a home or away game. It's just where we're at while we're doing it. But we've got meetings, walkthroughs, pregame meal, all that stuff. For $1,000 donation, Jake, we take those guys that donate $1,000 or more, then come on a road trip with us.
Well, you're lucky because I worked at Uline and I worked my butt off. So there you go. I mean, I could sit right next to you, and I'm sure I could talk your ear off if you really like that. I know you don't want to enjoy a nice, peaceful bus ride, so I got
I'd take sleep, then I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Nah, you have you. What's your coaching philosophy? So, like, some coaches are like, how would I say this more polite? Hard nose. That's a good way to put it. So, like, hard nose, or if you work your tail off, you'll get to the top. What's your coaching philosophy for these boys and for when you're recruiting? What are you telling people?
Well, that's a good question. I think I have what I think it is, and these guys can probably answer how they see it. But for me, our whole deal here is we're here to develop these guys into great husbands, great fathers, and great leaders in the community. That's our goal, and along the way, we're here to win football games. So we've got our methods and our processes that are really, dictated to make sure that when they leave here better people than when they came in. They're ready to take on the world and do some big things in the world. Obviously we feel pretty good about our degree and the doors that opens and stuff like that, but we want to make sure these guys are ready for those opportunities. And when the opportunity comes along to be a father and be a husband and stuff like that they're ready to handle those responsibilities as well.
Do you guys think he portrays that? Do you guys think so? Yeah. All right. Just nod your head. Say yeah. I got you. Donkey, what's up? I know you want to talk. I see that mouth opening up.
All right. So I did ask Jalen and Jacob this last episode. This is not a trap question, boys, by any means. But Bobby, you gotta tell me, who's your favorite coach, man? On the staff, who's your favorite coach?
There's no question. It's Coach Haas. I mean, somewhat y'all don't know, but we go way back, so it's definitely Coach Haas. What's that?
Okay, Anthony, what about you?
Coach Haas is up there. I like Coach Mealing. I'm a fan of Coach Sinclair as well. I mean, they're pretty much tied for the top three, and then everyone after that. I mean, nothing against them. It's just that's the ones I'm closest with. That's
cool.
Yeah, I definitely like Coach Mullen and Coach Sinclair. Those my top three right there. So
for sure.
So Dunk, we got about 5 minutes left. I think that towards the end of the night, I think we should do some of the more fun questions. And
love it.
You want to hit up with some of them real quick?
Love it. Yeah, let's do them.
You go first. You go first. I talk too much. Go for it.
Coach Haas.
Yeah.
Favorite sports movie of all time? What's your go-to sports movie?
Dunks, that is so hard to pick the favorite one of all time.
Well, I already got my favorite. So
Favorite
go
of all
ahead.
time.
Yeah, go ahead. Favorite
You know
one.
what? I love the movie Miracle. We showed this to the team in fall camp. I love Remember the Titans, Hoosiers. Man, there's so many good ones. Have you ever seen Tin Cup? That's a great one. How about For Love of the Game? I could probably name one in every single sport, Dunks. So many good ones.
Air Bud.
Have you seen the Mighty Ducks?
What's up, Coach Haas? Hold on, he's
That's
frozen.
that Carthage Wi-Fi.
Carthage.
Yes, sir. We love that.
Am I back? Am I
You're
back?
back. You're back. Yep.
The Mighty Ducks trilogy. Have you seen the Mighty Ducks trilogy?
I think I've seen the first one.
You need to stop everything you're doing and watch them all tonight.
You
I
could
think
tell
they're all
Professor
on
Thomas
Disney
that.
Plus. Phenomenal. They'll
All
get
right,
you
I'll
going.
watch it. I'll watch it. You tell Professor Thomas that's my homework. I don't need to worry about my management homework. So there you go.
No doubt. Management will be here tomorrow, but the Mighty Ducks movies might be off Disney Plus before we know it. You got to get it in.
Oh, well, then there you go. Bobby, what is your favorite sport? You know what? And then I'll open the question back up to Coach Haas. What is your favorite movie of all time then? Because mine is The Notebook, if you didn't know that.
The Notebook?
The Notebook is so underrated. As a man, to say that is your favorite movie of all time, that just shows who I am as a human being. I'm just saying.
That's my top two.
There we go. What
Your
is it?
top movie is The Notebook, Bobby?
Yes, I love it. I
Man.
cried. I'm sorry, but I cried.
There's so many better movies out there.
Agreed.
Die
Coach.
Hard?
Not as
Agreed.
beautiful.
Agreed.
Not as beautiful. Anthony, what's your favorite movie or sports movie? You can answer any way you want. You could expose yourself like I just did and Bobby, or you could go however you want.
I mean, if movies are based on our character, I don't want this to be my character judge, but Wolf of Wall Street's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
That is a good
great
one. That is a great movie, actually.
Great one.
Actually,
Have you ever
I'm
seen
a
Weekend
Leonardo
at Bernie's?
Weekend in the
Yeah.
Brunies?
Weekend
No,
at
Weekend
Bernie's.
at Bernie's.
Oh no, is that on Netflix or anything?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's an
Okay.
old one. That's a classic.
I'm gonna have to go to
That's
Blockbuster for that.
Blockbuster. You guys don't even know about Blockbuster.
Oh,
I had
yes,
a
we
Blockbuster
do.
card all the way up until 2019. You guys don't even know.
Whoa.
Jake, man, Jake, I already knew The Notebook was your favorite movie, but my favorite sports movie, hands down, Remember the Titans. Love the story behind the movie. My favorite scene is when Bertier and Julius go left side, strong side, left side, strong side. That scene always gets me fired up, hyped up, all the above. Favorite movie of all time. I would still go Remember the Titans. I ain't good, John.
Have you ever watched The Notebook?
Yes, Jake. I watched The
I just
Notebook.
want to make sure. All right, that's good. Now we'll get outside the movies now, so no one ever has to hear that again. What are some fun activities you do on the off season? So when you go back home, for me, fishing, boating. I love being outdoors. That's my go-tos for sure. What about you, Anthony? When you're away from Carthage, you're at home, summertime. What is it?
I love spending time with my dog, going for walks, just playing with my dog. It's always nice to see him.
I like that. Dogs are a man's best friend. I love my dogs. What about you, Bobby?
So I got a younger brother who's 16, and he's a sophomore in high school. He's 6 foot, 225. So I didn't get that size. So every time I go back, he's also a good basketball player. So every time I go back home, I just always try to compete with him in anything. It could be football, it could be just anything. Basketball, we always competing. So that's one thing I love about going back home, because like I know he's bigger than me now, so he's more skilled. He's probably he's stronger than me, so we can compete like at a high level. So that's why I love going back to the crib.
Coach House, we have a new recruit. Let's go get him. All right, let's go fly out. You and me. What about you, Coach House? I know you have kids, so you probably spending time with them. But besides hanging out with the kids and the wife, what are you doing?
That'd be the easy answer. I'm glad you took that away from me.
Yeah.
I love
to
to hunt and fish. I'm a big outdoors guy. So I love to duck hunt, deer hunt, turkey hunt. I'll hunt just about anything. Pheasant are awesome. If especially you dog guys, you get them out in the field. You've never loved a dog so much as if you get a retriever that goes and gets stuff for you. That's the big time. But I love the outdoors. That's where I'm at.
Cool stuff. Duenkel, what's yours? And then you can ask the final question and let these boys get back to their time.
Man, my favorite activities. Honestly, I'd probably just say, doing the podcast is probably number one. And then hanging out with family and friends. I mean, which that kind of connects because when we get to do these podcasts, obviously, me and Jake been doing this for 11 months. We're coming up on our 1 year, man. We're coming up on it.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations,
Guys. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Guys can get together and watch a Notebook.
I own it.
Editing, bro.
Hard copy, whatever you want. I got you. Just let me know.
Yeah. My stepmom just put eating in the comments. Be honest. I did a lot of eating yesterday. A lot of stressful eating during that Ohio State game on Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say. But
what's the go-to tailgate food, Dunks? Big games coming up. What's the go-to tailgate food?
Brats all day. I had 4 brats on Saturday, Coach Haas.
Dunks, that's a lot of brats.
Yeah,
that's a lot of brats.
Yeah, well, my team was losing, so figured why not. But yeah, Jake, number one thing's got to be the podcast. I have so much fun doing them. Obviously this series we're only in episode 2, but all of them have been a lot of fun, and 1 year's coming up, bro. It's freaking nuts. Well, boys, thank y'all for joining us. But real quick before we let you guys go, I'm gonna put Jake Mueller on the spot here. Jake. Prediction for Saturday's game: Firebirds at Elmhurst. Who you got, and what's the score?
Well, I have a couple of the football players in my management classes. I have a couple of the managers in the management and marketing classes, and you guys seem pretty confident. You're pretty hyped up, so I'm gonna go Firebirds. Do I have to give a score prediction too?
Yes, Jake,
right.
Score prediction.
And if this is right, I get to be the starting quarterback next week. I say 35-16 Firebirds.
35-16. I like it.
16.
Jake, I like it. I have to save my prediction for Friday morning in the office with Coach Haas. It's good luck after that 6 a.m. Morning practice. I was telling my prediction for the game, so we got to keep it that way.
I got you. But hey, thank you again, Anthony and Bobby. You guys, thank you very much for coming out on here. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Coach Haas. It's always good talking to you, my man.
That's my favorite time of the week right here, boys.
That's what I love to hear. All right,
catch us next Monday for episode 3. Me, Jake, Coach Haas will be back with 2 more players. Make sure if you guys haven't already, please subscribe, click the bell notifications so you don't miss when we go live, when we post videos, all the above. Make sure to follow all of our social channels, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the above. Keep making every moment matter. Thanks, guys, and have a great night.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Jake, stick around.
We have a